Hi, in this video we're gonna learn about variables and integers in Solidity. Every programming language has variables and integers, so Solidity also has it. Uh, the main thing is the type of variable we are using because it is important for us to know what is a storage and a memory. So what is a storage? Any variable which is stored in a storage will go to blockchain, and this is the thumb rule you should always remember while development in Solidity. If you are touching the blockchain or doing any transaction or adding your code to it, remember that you have to pay the price, you have to pay the gas fee. So using variables which will be stored in the blockchain, use it wisely because you have to pay for them or your user has to pay for them. So basically there are three types of variables: state, local and global. State variables are the ones which are permanently stored in the blockchain Ethereum. Locals are the that stay inside the functions only, and global is the set of the keys which will be available for all the contract. If I give a comparison with JavaScript, same thing happens in JavaScript also, like right? Like we have a scope, lexical scope of the variable. Global, you can go say this is global. State, something which is stored. Although we don't have a blockchain in mostly JavaScript development, so whatever the properties you declare is called state, and locale is something which you declare inside your function or mostly like let. So this is what variable is. Let's go for integer. There are two types of integers: signed integer, unsigned integer. Okay, this is little complex not complex but not very straightforward as it is in other programming language. Like you have to declare the bit type size also, because ultimately there is a limitation how much you can store in a blockchain. And the thing is, again, if you're storing something in blockchain, you're using blockchain, you have to pay fees for that. So it is really important to keep your code very concise, and the storage, it should not store too much of the space. So as I was saying, there are two types of integers: signed integer, signed integer can hold positive or negative values. Unsigned integer can hold only positive values. I'll give a small demo how the positive unsigned integer and the variables are created. Okay. So this is our example. In previous video of chapter 1, I explained how you can write a contract. You can go to my channel and watch that. That's not an issue. So let's now learn what is variable. So I said there are three types of variable. First is state, locale and global. I'll give an example. Suppose in this I am creating a contract which is a library basically, and it will have a record of the user borrowing the book and like the how many books a user is borrowing, what books are they are reading and all. So I'll create a variable called total number of books in the library. Okay, total books. So first I need to declare the type of the variable. So I'll declare uint. If you declare uint, it will be 256 bytes, a default value. Since it's an integer, it will be always positive. So I'll declare uint instead of int. Uint is unsigned integer. Total books. I'll just keep it as 100. Okay. So this is a state variable. Basically, this will store in my blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, and I will be manipulate that, and if I do that, I have to pay the gas price. So this is a state variable. For global and local variable, I'll explain how to write a function, I'll explain that with that, because we have not covered this topic yet, and once we cover that, then I'll explain it. So this is how you write a integer and declare a state variable.